Problem 6. The forces act at a point in a plane as shown in the figure. If the resultant of these forces is vertical, find the resultant force and angle alpha. Here the force system is given, there are 3 forces, the resultant is acting vertical. He did not mention the magnitude of the resultant, he just said the resultant of these forces is acting vertical. So, find the resultant force, that is magnitude of the resultant and the angle alpha. So, we will proceed according to the procedure. Then we need first step is theta and splitting. We need horizontal angle for the inclined force. For 160 horizontal angle is alpha. For 100 the horizontal angle is, vertical angle is alpha, therefore horizontal angle is 90 minus alpha. So 120 is horizontal. Next step is splitting. How to split? Behind the arrowhead draw nearby horizontal and nearby vertical. Nearby horizontal and nearby vertical, it will get you the direction for the inclined forces components. So since the resultant is given and it is acting vertical, from the basics we know that if the resultant is acting vertical, then vertical component, that is Ry is equal to R, Rx is equal to 0. So write it. Since the resultant is acting vertical, so therefore since the resultant is acting vertical, therefore vertical component will become R, horizontal component will become 0. Now let us calculate for forces. First let us calculate sigma Fx. Sigma Fx is nothing but horizontal force and horizontal components only. So therefore here horizontal component is F cos theta, that is 160 into cos of alpha, moving rightwards, so positive. Vertical component leave it. Then here horizontal component is F cos theta, that is 100 into cos of 90 minus alpha, and it is moving leftward, so it is minus. Then horizontal force 120 Newton moving leftward, so it is minus 120. That should be equal to sigma Fx should be equal to Rx, that is equal to 0. So substitute, then we can rewrite the equation, that is 160 into cos alpha minus 100 into cos of 90 minus alpha. Cos of 90 minus theta is nothing but sin theta, therefore it will become sin alpha. Then we will shift 120 that side, or we can keep it here only, minus 120, that should be equal to 0. So divide this equation by 20 for just for simplification. So you are going to get it as 8 cos alpha minus 5 sin alpha minus 6, that is equal to 0. I will shift minus 5 sin alpha minus 6 to the other side, it will become 5 sin alpha plus 6, that should be equal to 8 cos alpha. So squaring on both the sides, you are going to get 5 sin alpha plus 6 whole square plus 8 square equal to 8 square into cos square alpha. So expand this equation, it is in the form a plus b whole square. You are going to get a square, that is 5 square into sine square alpha. 5 square is nothing but 25, plus 6 square, that is 36, plus 2ab, 2 into 5 into 6, that is 60 into sine alpha, that is equal to 8 square is nothing but 64. Then we know that sine square alpha plus cos square alpha is equal to 1, or cos square alpha is equal to 1 minus sine square alpha. So let us write the equation. Bring all terms to the one side, multiply this one with the content inside the bracket and bring it to the left hand side. You are going to get 25 sine square alpha plus 64 sine square alpha, that is minus 64 sine square alpha, bring it this side, it will become plus 60 sine alpha minus 64. So plus 64, if it comes this side, it will become minus 64 plus 36, that should be equal to 0. You are going to get the equation as 89 sine square alpha plus 60 sine alpha minus 28, that should be equal to 0. So if we solve this equation, it is in the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. In your calculator, just go to the mode, then equation 5, then here select third one, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then provide the coefficient of x value, that is here x is sine, a is 89, b is 60, c is minus 28. So you are going to get the x value, that is sine alpha value, as 0.317. Therefore alpha is equal to sine inverse of 0.317, you are going to get it as 18.5 degree. So once you get the alpha value, then we calculated the sigma fx. Now calculate sigma fy, that is equal to from this equation it will become, so sigma fy is equal to f sin theta, that is 160 into sine of alpha upward positive, then horizontal component leave it, here also horizontal component leave it, the vertical component is 100 into sine of 90 minus alpha upward positive, then horizontal force, so leave it. I will write the same equation here. You are going to get it as 160 sine alpha plus 100 into sine of 90 minus alpha since sigma fy is equal to ry and here ry is equal to r, therefore equal to r. We already know the value of alpha, substitute, so it will become 160 into sine of 18.5 plus 100 into we can write sine of 100 into sine of 90 minus alpha. Sine of 90 minus alpha is nothing but cos alpha. alpha is 18.5 degree. So, that will be equal to R. If you calculate the R, you are going to get it as 145.6 Newton. That's all. Thank you.